Cousins, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today, we're gonna be doing a Q&A plus a makeup look inspired by the Valentine's Day, cause y'all know y'all have my heart. Get it? Yeah, y'all get it. Anyways, let's get into the video. So first, you already know that we're gonna go ahead and start with a clean canvas because we like our face to be clean. Okay, go ahead with that miracle water and get any dirt or debris out before placing your makeup on that clean, pretty canvas of yours. And we're also gonna get into the first question of the day. So the first question of the day is gonna be, how do you approach moments of silence or self doubt while recording? So as of now, I actually kind of grew out of that since I have been recording for a minute. I really don't have any self doubts while recording, but previously when I did have it before, when I was just new, because everybody has it, I like to think of me recording YouTube videos or anything like that as a FaceTime. So when me and my friends get on the phone, it's all laughs and giggles, and we just talk. And having them around while I'm filming also just gives me that kind of safe space um that we're just on FaceTime. So I'm just talking to y'all like a FaceTime call. So think of it as you're on the phone with your homegirls or your man or whoever it is, and you're just trying to explain something to them. And that's kind of how my best friend helped me record too, because I used to think that I could not record and do a YouTube video with makeup because how do I talk plus do it? And she's like, hey, we're always on the phone and you do it while we're on the phone. So really recording is just like a FaceTime call and they can see you. So also we're gonna get into this brow look and we're gonna be using the brow pencil from Subemlinty. Y'all already know that I love my besties brand and I cannot wait for the relaunch this year. I believe it's gonna be in a month or two, but I'll keep y'all updated on the deets and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and brush our eyebrows up and go ahead and get them to the shape that I like them. This helps me with how I'm gonna draw them on and helps me keep in that shape. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And her pigment in the eyebrow pencil is so good. Like it matches my brow color so well. I actually don't use no other brow pencil as of now. I did use the Elf one because it was cheap and it was beginner friendly. But now we're up here with the big dogs. Oh, how does that song go? We're swimming with the big dogs or swimming with the big sharks. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that, and then we're also gonna get into the second question of the day, which is: do you push through, step away, or have a go-to technique of regaining your confidence behind the mic? So for me, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so sometimes my son comes in while I'm filming or while I'm recording, and what I do is I just have to cut the camera and or refilm that video, which is fine. It's important to take some time and just breathe through what you're going through. It's a camera. You can cut it off, you can cut it back on. So when you're getting antsy or you don't know what to do next, just take some time off. Take some time to breathe. Take some time to figure out what you're doing. I always have like notes or what to go by, and it never goes as planned. Like life, when life throws you a curveball, or when life hands you lemons make lemonade, what them old people say or whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do with filming. When it doesn't go my way, I just need to take a break. So if I'm in the bathroom, I'll sit on the toilet, or if I'm in another room, I'll just sit back. I'll call my friends. We'll have a couple laughs, and then we'll go back into the video. And as you can see, filling in my tail. For me, I know a lot of people don't like tails on their eyebrows, but me personally, I do. And my tail is actually one of those places in my brows that for some reason I cannot grow. Like literally, I cannot grow the tail on my eyebrows, and I hate that. Does anybody else have that problem? Like my brows will look so thick and pretty, but I can't feel that tail in. So remember, we're gonna go into our next brow, and we're gonna kind of do the same thing that we did with the first one with brushing it up. We're gonna go in with the other brow, and remember that your brows are twins. The sisters, not twins. Oh my goodness, I could not talk. My eyebrows always looks different from the other. Always. All right, do you see the difference? All right, so my eyebrows was a little dark, and that's when I go in with my Q-tip, and I just go ahead and take some of the brow pencil off. Okay, so once we get our brows the way we like it. I like to go in with my concealer. And I got my concealer from e.l.f. I love e.l.f. Like, I literally love e.l.f. I don't know why, but that's my favorite concealer. But before I go in with my e.l.f. concealer, we're going to go in with the Maybelline to go ahead and get these eyebrows carved. And I'm going to show you my technique for that. While we're on that, we're going to go ahead and get to the second question, which is, how did I get started? So I think this question is like, how did I get started in the influencer industry or YouTube? So I'm going to just answer both. So for influencing, I got started in 2020 when we had COVID. I was actually a stay-at-home mom. I had just had my baby in 2020. So I was home a lot, and I was like, dang, I don't like working. Like, that kind of showed me like how business owners wasn't taking care of their people. They didn't care if we came to work sick as long as we came to work. That kind of showed me that I did not want to work for somebody else. Now, again, I know that everybody can't be the same. So everybody can't be like, oh, well, since she don't want to work, I don't got to work and da 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 da. But that's not the case, because we need influencers, we need workers, and we need business owners. So in 2020, I had started my own business. I was making decals and like shirts and stuff, which at the time was a really good investment. I had bought my first car from a lady who was selling a car. So at that time, I was like, okay, cool. I actually do not like working. Like, I got to stay home with my baby. And I just didn't like working. Like, at the end of the day, I really just did not like working. So I got accustomed to that lifestyle. I got accustomed to not working. I got a job also in 2020. I worked at Burger King and I became a manager shortly after. But even then, it wasn't what I expected it to be. They kind of, again, like, they treated their employees like trash. It wasn't the right management. Like, I was working overtime. It just wasn't the life for me. So I started seeing content creators working with business owners, and I was like, maybe it's time for me to get into that. So I kind of got into content creating. I really wasn't like where I am now with content creating, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't know everything, but I knew that content creation brings in money, and I knew that I did not want to work. So with that, I kind of started there. Like, that's where I knew I wanted to be. Like, I knew for sure that I did not want to work, and I knew for sure that I did like content creating. So I still had my business, so I quit my full-time job at Burger King, and I went into my content creation. Now, like everything in life, it's a trial and error. So I kind of had a trial and error there. I really wasn't bringing in how much I needed to bring in. So what happened there was I actually went back to Burger King. I bought my second car from Burger King, and I kind of stayed there until I got a job at a phone store place. And I found out that I actually like customer service. I like selling stuff. I liked helping people. So I stayed there for a little minute, and then I went and worked at a Verizon that was near my house. And I did like that. Like, it was, it was peaceful. It was quiet. I stayed there for a year until my man got a job in another town. So, like any good woman, I gave up that job and I came with my man to another town. And from there, I became a stay-at-home mom again. So I was telling him, like, hey, I did do the content creation thing while I was working, and it just didn't work out because here's some reasons why it didn't work out for me. I had a set schedule with this job. So I had a 9 to 5. So it was kind of hard for me to film content plus edit content plus give my all to a job, which in sales, you kind of have to. So yeah, I decided. So it kind of just took away from content creating. Like, I really wasn't creating content no more. I was giving my all back again to a job, which again was fine because I needed it to pay the bills how I needed it to pay the bills. So it was paying the bills. I was at work. So when we finally moved in 2024 and I became a stay-at-home mom again, I decided, like, yeah, I want to start working with brands again. Like, I like doing the influencing thing. It was for me at the time. And it really suited me. Like, I enjoyed making content. I enjoyed bringing my followers, like, real businesses, real things that fits them, talking about brands. And that's what led me to opening my brand again, a hair growth oil brand, because I believed in that so much. So after that, I was like, all right, I need to come up with a game plan because I can't just be making content and not going anywhere, not making no money. Like, I have to make something. So even though my man has a good job and, it was paying the bills, it was whatever, you know how women get. Like, we want our own money. And not just saying about our own money, but as a woman, if you're in a relationship, like, you're going to need stability. You never know what's going to happen in a relationship. Y'all could break up. Your man could lose his job. Like, that could be the financial support. So just having something that I could fall back on, or just having, my own money coming in to support my business or whatever I may wanted that money for, I decided to go back into content creating. So that's kind of where I am now. I'm back into content creation, and low key, I actually love it. Like, this time, I found some friends who I've met previously to me making content before, and we've been keeping each other on our toes, and we've been working and, on FaceTime calls, strategizing, and making the best out of content. So I feel like when you do content and you have a friend or you have a group of people who like the same things as you, or, y'all make the same type of content, y'all can engage, y'all can share each other's posts. I actually really enjoy having somebody that I can talk to other than my man, or other than just, posting things. I really love that. So shout out to my friend Danielle and Kim, because they are always on top of me and I'm on top of them, and we're going to get this content out. So our second question is, how did you know when to start? So again, for me, I know a lot of people see content creators or influencers and be like, dang, I wish I had their lifestyle, or I want what they have. So for me, it was not like that. It wasn't I wanted their lifestyle. It was a fact that I wanted another stream of income for me, and I wanted to do something that I like doing. So I have a bubbly personality, as you can tell, and I love the camera. Like, I love meeting new people. I love traveling. I love all that. So this was a good thing for me to start and for me to meet new people. And that's how we got here now. So since then, I knew that's when I wanted to start. So I started back when I was working, and I had a good following. Oh, I need some water. Shout out to Hydro Drug. Keeping me hydrated. So right then, that's where I knew I wanted to start. So I started, it failed because I wasn't giving it my all, and then I restarted when I could give it my all. So we're going to go in with the Mirror Sublimity and the Baddie Things palette to do this look today. And we're going to go with like a soft pink look. Okay? So, The next question we have is quick tips and tricks to building your influencer brand. So for me, I want to really tell y'all this. For me, building your brand, you need to know how to promote yourself because you are the brand. When you're reaching out to brands, you are the brand. So you need to make sure that your content is A1. Good lighting, good voicing. I wouldn't use a lot of songs. Now, I know a lot of people like to play songs over their reels, but let us know you. Like, as an influencer or as a follower, like, we need to get to know the real you. Like, what are you about? Other than hearing Drake or SZA or somebody who's already rich and famous. What are you? How do you sound? That door opened. That door was open, and that door was going to kill me being open, and I don't know why. So here's the pinks that we're going to be using. And then let me show y'all the browns. These are the browns. And this is my friend Danielle's or Toddy's Mirror Sublimity brand. And I love her brand, okay? I love her lip glosses down to her eyeshadow. And no, this is not a paid partnership. And no, this was not gifted. I spent my own money. So, of course, I'm going to bring y'all the weird on it. The real on it. So, let's go ahead and get into this look. I'm going to be using her brown right here. And I'm going to just pat it in my eye. Real quick. So, while I'm patting this in my eye, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting my corners and dragging it and patting it over here too. Making sure that it's filled everywhere. Just like so. Getting a good pat. And it should look something like this. And then fill in any gaps that you see. Like that. Now that is pigmented. So the next question I have is how to get there when you're not as popular as others. So real advice is people like popularity, but what I'm going to tell you is you just got to keep going. Like, stop worrying about people who are popular. Stop worrying about all that. Because in your head, you need to think that you are popular too. That you're that it girl. So in my head, I'm already famous. I'm already a millionaire. Everybody loves me. Even if they don't love you, everybody loves me. And I'm that girl. Okay? And nobody can change that. So that's something that like confidence will help you with. Once you have good confidence, you won't worry about what others think or what other people feel because you're that girl and you know it. So yeah, once you feel like you're that girl, you don't need nobody. Sure. So right here, we're gonna go in this, and we're just gonna blend them harsh lines out, and just kind of plop it on top of that brown. And again, we're trying to blend those harsh lines out. Okay. And then we're going to do the other eye. And our second question is maintain confidence. I maintain confidence because, again, I grew my confidence. So now, like, I'm really confident in what I do. And, like, what I say. And also, if you're a content creator, and for an example, this palette, right? I love this palette. If you actually like the product, it will come with the confidence. YouTube is more of so of if you're not feeling like you're confidence is all there. What I would recommend is acting like you're talking to somebody. Like literally, this is just a FaceTime. This is a one-way FaceTime call. Like ring ring, girl, pick up. This is a FaceTime call. What? So that's kind of how I build my confidence. I also used to be so insecure. Since I'm a plus size girl, I used to be insecure about my body. I used to be insecure about like what others would think about me. But what I found out on that journey was I love me. Like You don't have to love me because I love me. And since I feel that way, I really haven't had problems with confidence because it's me. Like I'm not doing this for somebody else. I'm doing it for me. And once you see that you're doing this for you, your confidence will be at an all-time high because I'm not trying to make somebody love me because I love myself. Like I'm pretty confident in myself. Um I don't need somebody else to tell me that I'm beautiful. I don't need somebody else to tell me that I'm doing a good job because I know I'm doing a good job. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and increase our eyes. With that being said, I never look to other people to gain any confidence because confidence, like, I really love myself. Like, so a lot of people look into social media to gain validation. And I'm just here to tell you that you don't need validation from somebody that you don't know. Like, you don't know these people. Just like with hate comments and stuff, you don't know them people. Like, them people do not know what goes on in your life. So how can somebody who don't even know what's going on in your life contradict you into what they got going on, you know? So, that's kind of where I'm at with confidence. Like, I'm here for me. I'm not here for nobody else. So, since I'm here for me and nobody else, I I don't know. I love me, you know? So, with that being said, that's how I build my confidence on camera. Because it's just like I'm here for me. Like, of course, I want the followers and I want the fans, you know? But at the end of the day, I love me. Now, does that not mean that, like, hate comments don't get to people? Because hate comments do. They're hate comments, so of course they get to everybody. And it's hard. But one thing you gotta understand is those people who hate also is paying you a paycheck for commenting. Also is paying you a paycheck for watching. So instead of thinking, oh, this person don't like me, or this person thinks I'm this, or this person thinks I'm that, think of it as this person just signed my check. Okay? This person just called me a fat whale, and guess what? Didn't even know that off that fat whale comment and all them likes, that's engagement. And once you start having confidence in yourself, them hate comments don't bother you. Okay, I'm big, cool. You don't like big woman? Move on. Somebody likes big woman. You don't like the way I talk and the way I dress? Cool, move around. Cause at the end of the day, everybody's not for you. So if you watch my last video, I talked about how all money ain't good money. All people ain't good people. I had to get that. Whew, that was hard. The next question is, what do you do when you have self-doubt? I rarely have self-doubt, but when I do, I just think about how far I come. Like, if I quit now, we're going to go in with these 4 colors. I'm not going to be where I am now. Like, if I quit now, everything I did up till now means nothing. So, I cannot quit. Like, I gotta keep going. What's that song? You gotta keep going. So that's how I feel. Like, you gotta keep going, and you gotta want this. Like, you can't want this because YouTuber are making money, you gotta want this because this is something that you want. You want, like, you want this. Nobody else. You like this. See the pink? So this is something that, like, oh, you feel confident in doing. Like, you could see yourself doing this forever. This is something that nobody can take away from you. This is something that, like, you enjoy getting on camera. You enjoy, talking and meeting new people. You enjoy having found people that are just like you, that may be scared, that may be scared and don't know where to start or don't know where to go, or you never know. You can just bring sunshine to somebody on their darkest days. So that is kind of where I am with content creating. Like, I want to be somebody's smile. Like, I want to be the reason you're smiling today, or I just want to be the reason. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this pink and then I'm gonna fade it out in the corners. I want to be the reason that you really like this. Like, I want to be the reason why every day don't seem a little blurry. You know, I want to be the reason why we have more content creators. Like, I just want to keep pushing for somebody else, because I know that I used to be that person who never thought this could be me, who never thought that this could be my lifestyle, who always thought I had to live in somebody else's means. And you don't. You can have your own means. You don't have to live for somebody else. You can live for you. I know that, like, content creation just been easy for me because I know I'm making somebody's day. Right here, I'm just gonna go in and with that hot pink I showed y'all and get it in that crease and plop it on the end of my eyeshadow. The end of my eyes, my bad. So yeah, me just knowing that I'm somebody's saving grace was enough for me to start content. So the next question is, what are your favorite influencers? Who are your favorite influencers this far? Girl, so when I tell you I have a list, I don't know their names, but I'll drop their pages or the link to their profiles in there. So this is Makeup Girl, who literally, she's a plus size baddie, and like, she does all kinds of makeup. And she's one of my favorite makeup artists. Me watching Danielle or Keith Cakes, my bestie, I love watching her videos because it's always so much, like, it's so much energy. Like, you can feel it through the phone. I like watching people who I can kind of feel through the phone, if that makes sense. If I can feel your energy in the phone, like, I just love that. So those are some people. Bigger influencers, I really don't watch bigger influencers anymore because I always feel like they're trying to sell something, or it's just, we're gonna do a wing. Those are some of my favorite influencers. Kimberly Rose on Instagram. I really can't think of all of them, but so this is water activated, so you just put you some water in there, and then so now we're gonna go in with this pink Big Sugar and pop it on our eyelids right there. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and pop it on this eye too. I kind of do like the white eyeliner. I don't know. We're gonna put lashes on too, and we're gonna see how this goes. Okay. Actually, This is the look, and then we're gonna add lash. We're gonna take mascara, and we're gonna put mascara on our eyes due to the fact that we got eyeshadow and stuff on them, so we just need them to blend in with the lashes. And these are the lashes that I'm using because Mirror Sublimity is relaunching, and I cannot wait to get my hands on some good lashes. Our lash glue. Now, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put my lash glue on my lids while I'm cutting and styling. So that's what we're gonna do. Y'all, we was having technical difficulties. So we back now. So let's get back into this tutorial. So another question we had is, do you have a business of my own? And I do. So I sell hair care products. I sell hair growth oil, bonnets, and edge brushes. And in March, I'm looking to drop edge control, shampoo and conditioner, and leave-in conditioner and mousse, which of course is all organic. I actually like being a business owner. I went back to it again. So this is the lash glue I like. It's called Super Hold 3D eyelash lash glue. I love it. And we're gonna go back in with the case Lashes by Kai Cosmetics to do our lashes, and I use her tweezers and her lashes. Her tweezers and her scissors. The next question is, how do you motivate yourself to stay consistent despite life changes and challenges? So I look at content creation more of a job than I do just making content. Like, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And if this is what I wanted to do, you have to kind of treat it like a 9 to 5. Because you got to film, you got to edit, and then you really don't have no room for mistakes. This is how I grab my lashes. And then I look down to place them. And then once I see like the placement, I'm going to go ahead with my tweezers. And then I take my hand and I make sure that they're right where I want them. Alright, so go ahead and take your other lash. And then do the same thing. I like to cut the, some bands are longer than others. I don't know why, but I just like to cut that off. And then I cut a little bit of the end off. Then we're going to do the same thing. I'll plop this one on. So how do you motivate yourself to stay consistent despite life challenges? So yeah, I treat everything like a 9 to 5. Like, this is my job. So that kind of helps me stay consistent. Also, I understand, like, I'm big on life is life. Like, life is going to happen. Shit's going to fail. It is what it is. Like, you can't change, life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know why my lashes want to give me technical difficulties, but yeah, this is just what we're going to have to do. What we're going to have to work with today. Okay? So, my shirt. Let's just go ahead and get on to the rest of this face. So we're going to go ahead and take our foundation. And so how do I stay motivated? Yeah, so I treat this like a 9 to 5. Like, this ain't just content for me. This is my 9 to 5. I also like to think of it as, again, life's gonna happen. Like, we can't change, even though we want to, we can't change how life is. Like, we can't change what happens in life. We can't change how life goes. Like, life is gonna do what life wants. And when we realize that life does what it wants to do, and we just we just have to hold them punches, And I really trust in God that He's not gonna give me nothing that He knows I can't handle. So if He gave it to me, He knows I can handle it. Okay. So we gotta blend this in. It's so hard when you buy your eyebrows to really something in. So and I try to get like something that I can't handle. And also, life's gonna happen. Like there's nothing that we can do to change how life is. Now, what we can do is, if you need you an off day, take an off day. That's why I say that batching content would probably help people because you never know what the next day is gonna hold. So I really like to batch my content. That way, this is how I contour my face. So that way, if something does happen, I have stability. I can move. I can bounce around because of that. So right here, we're gonna give us a little contour. Now we're gonna let this dry, but we're also going to take this and spray it on. I just like to take that. So yeah, God's not gonna give me nothing that I can't handle. So, moving on. What's your biggest accomplishment this far? So my biggest accomplishment this far is still collecting, getting paid brand deals. So like brands want to pay me to make content, and that is so big. Content is actually out there and it's getting recognized, and like people want to pay me to make their content for the brand. 2 or 3 this year since the beginning, maybe 4. And another accomplishment I have, which people might not think this is an accomplishment, but I've been staying consistent. That's kind of like my own little thing. I really stay consistent with doing content. My own brand. I'm about to move. I reconnected with good friends that are actually in my corner, and they don't ask nothing of me. Like they don't want money. They don't want to use me for something. They're my actual friends. So that's big for me too, knowing that I came from friends who always wanted something. Like if I didn't have it, I couldn't go. Like there wasn't genuine friends. So to find people like that, that's amazing for me. That's one of my biggest accomplishments, I would say. 2, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Now, my good friend Kimberly put this on though. And low key, I want to be invisible. Like, imagine being invisible and like going in the banks and taking people's money. That like, I want to be invisible. Hmm. Huh? Huh? Yes. So I want to be invisible. I want to be like a fly on the wall. Like nobody knows I'm there. And like hear what really people say or talk about. So I can be like, yeah, you ain't my friend. Yeah, you can't sit at my table because everybody lie and be like, oh, we didn't say that. Like I was sitting right there on the wall. You didn't see me. So that's one of my things. What else? I'm gonna take this little bit of bronzer and try to bronze his face back up. That's how I feel, but you're here. So yeah, if I had any superpower, I would want to be invisible. Next question: you're new to YouTube, or do you have a small channel? How do you grow your channel authentically? By being myself. Okay. If you want to grow your channel, be yourself. Let your personality shine through, and again, be yourself. So that's where I am right now with being myself. And I enjoy it. Like, I like being myself. I don't have to fit the character of somebody else. I'm just myself. So, and I'm one of those people that if you don't like it, bitch, don't buy it, okay? So, being myself really, like, helped me understand that, like, everybody's not gonna like you. And that's okay that everybody don't like you. Like, bitch, you don't gotta be likable. You don't gotta be everybody's friend. You don't need fake people in your face. So that is where I'm at with that. Y'all tell me why I just had my lip pencil that I wanted to use and I couldn't find it. So that's how I grow my supporters. Like, don't see it as them doing you a favor and you gotta do this and this and this to get them back on your team. You want people who originally like you for you. And once you have people like that, you get shared to people who like you like that. And oh my god. Bruh, if I lose one more thing, I'm gonna have a heart attack. So yeah, finding people who like you for you. Um, Another good one is being yourself. Have a confidence in yourself. Um, Being original. Like, you don't have to be like other content creators to get noticed. You don't have to fit somebody else's perspective. And this may go look. Um, this is such a hard question because collaborations are beneficial depending on the brand and what your niche is. For an example, if your niche is about beauty and products like that, you should be finding brands that are to work together. But if y'all are both just not lining up, it's not going to be beneficial because one, your followers are not just going to buy stuff and you don't have no hopes for it. So you need to make sure that whatever it is, you enjoy it and your content is about that. Another question is, how do you enjoy being a mom? I love being a mom. Being a mom is like the best thing that ever happened to me. Now, would I say go out and get pregnant? No. But I enjoy being a mom. And this is the look. These lashes, not giving. So we're going to do some individuals in a little bit. But this is the look. And that was my last question. So thank you guys for watching. And tune in for the next video. And I'll also be dropping on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 3 p.m. So Catch y'all there. Bye, cousins. It was so nice talking to you guys, and thank you for staying for my makeup video and my Q&A. Bye.